Okay, it should be going now.
I think so. Okay, hello class. Welcome to Sociological Imagination class. So we'll be talking today about what sociological imagination is and what are the basic things that we have to know to learn more about our sociology. So it's two-way traffic, so I'm not talking all the time. Rather, I want that you will also share your ideas or any discussion you want to share. And this, so let me start with the definition of sociological imagination. So as you see, the term sociological imagination was coined first by the American sociologist Sir Wright Mills. In his book, The Sociological Imagination in 1959, especially the sociological imagination is written in the first chapter, The Promise. So according to Sir Wright Mills, I'm not going to read all things from the slide. So Sir Wright Mills actually thought that sociological imagination that we have, so individual is like living in the society. So society has a kind of connection with individual, and individual has a connection with society. And by and large, society has a kind of connection with the history as well. So, and that is, he actually joined three things together. One is biography or the personal issues, and the second one is the society or public issues, or he called it as public spheres. And then he joined it with the history, that we have a common conception of the society that is somehow impacted by the history of the country or the state that we have. So next, I'll now to make it more understandable or be specific, I'll talk about the education system in United States. So how education system can be analyzed through the lens of sociological imagination. So as you see that there are a number of colleges are there in United States, and everybody has a kind of, so you are now in college. So as you are in college, you wanna go for any job. So it is your private issues. It is your individual issues. So to shape your idea or your goal, society has kind of impact over your perception or your intention or imagination to go into college. So what it is? The first, this is society. Your parents want that you should go to college, you will have a very good job. Your neighbors want that you will be a very successful person. Your relatives may have some impact over your imagination. So all this together made you to think to get into these big universities. And then you get prepared for get into some colleges or the program. And then the final part. So in statistics, you'll see that according to National Center for Education Statistics 2019, in United States, the average annual price for undergrad tuition fees, room and board was $17,237. At public institutions and private universities, it is about $44,551. So my question is like huge amount of money. Why we expand so before the education system? Albeit you can invest it more or other businesses, you can be a successful person. That means society has a kind of pressure over you that if you have a kind of education, you can get into good job, and that will give you more influence in the society. You will have a good salary, or you can step into the next level of society. You can have like social mobility from lower grade to upper level. All the things that put on your shoulder that made you think that you should get good education from the society. And then what's next? So, so according to another, sorry. So, so now you're ready for getting into college. So see, these are the college and you are ready for that. And then you see admission battle. So you submitted your SOP, your SAT score or other transcripts to different colleges and you got admitted. So when you accepted, this is your situation. So if you are not, this is your situation. So how you get this condition or perception that you should be happy or you should be like very unhappy for this? It is not because of you. It is because of the society. Because society tells that that particular person, he is not capable enough to get into the society and in the college, and that is how you think yourself very like mean the society, that I don't have any capability to get into college. So what society will think about me, what my parents will think about me, what my friends will think about me. So all these things put pressure on your imagination or your thinking perception about like this. So so when you at first get into college and the very first day of your college, you feel like you are the best, feeling very awesome. But what next? When you get into the class, and after a few days, you'll have a kind of examination, and before examination, your condition will be like this. Your examiner will be laughing and you'll be crying. So you see, so the way you are crying, why it happens? Because it's, you understand or feel if you fail, what society will think, what my cohort will think, and that is why you are very nervous about it. And then you completed your graduate. Oh, big congrats on fulfilling the minimum job requirement. That is not the end. Rather, it is the first requirement that you fulfill to get into your job. And then, so all the things that we have shared, that is your dream, your idea about getting into college, to graduate, to get into job, somehow related to society, or society has a kind of pressure on you. There is a kind of two-way traffic between individual and the society. We could understand it. But next point is how society was thought, or how perception of the society as a whole has been shaped. It is also because of the history. The societal perception is somehow dependent on the historical legacy or the trend that a society bears upon. So there are many things that you can consider on talking about like historical uh, education history of one country. So United States, what you are thinking, seeing now, the parents, the relatives, all the people of the society think the education is a very means to go into your like in a very high class society. So it doesn't came in one day, rather it is a long history for this. So there are many things that you can name it, but to mention it specifically, it can be, I can quote from Kurtz. In 19th century, he has a book like The Role of American College. So he told a few things in the history that is actually responsible, or he gave a kind of impetus to have like education can be a very good mean of success in the American society. So these are like uh, rural farms to complex urban occupation. When people came from rural society to urban settlement, then they're the only investment, or they're the only things that need to be successful is the education. In farm, you have land, you have crops, but in modern society or the urban settlement, you need to have a kind of education. This is a very abstract thing. And it can be like mobility, preparing ministers and their provided town across the county of community leaders. So you, in urban settlement, you need to have a kind of excellence over education. Otherwise, you cannot be like a leader. But in feudal society, you saw how people were successful on the basis of having more lands. But in modern society, you can think of it. It's the only thing that you need to have is education. And for these reasons, actually, the people of the society, or as a United States, if you think of a larger society, so people need to have education to be successful in the country or the society, and that will actually ensure better living for you, your relatives, your friends, your parents, and so on. So all these things together make your perception to be successful through achieving education. So this is actually sociological imagination, what C. Wright Mills wanted to mean. That means your particular issue is not your issue. Rather, you have to think outside of the box. So what is the situation over there? If you just go like 5,000 kilometers up, and if you see this United States, you will see not an individual person there, rather it is the whole society, how society is shaped, how society is interplay with individual needs, and how history impacts over societal needs, and how society also impact over individual person to get access to all these things. So this is all from me about sociological imagination. Thank you very much.